Hello and a very warm welcome as always to everyone joining us here as once again we bring you a live action from the third division of German football, the Dritte Liga, and it is cooking up quite the encounter for us on this Sunday evening. A fantastic duel between two teams separated by just 1 point in the table. There aren't many points separating any teams in the Dritte Liga at the moment. Bayern Munich 2, the reserve team, of course, coming up against Waldhof Mannheim. And Mannheim currently in 7th in the table with a tally of 50 so far. Bayern Munich 2 currently in 3rd on 51 points. This is the last game of Matchday 32 to be played. So the winner, well, as far as Mannheim are concerned, will jump ahead of Bayern Munich 2 and into that 3rd spot, whereas the side from Munich could go level on points with Eintracht Braunschweig, who are currently level on goal difference as well. So a win for Bayern Munich would see them jump ahead of Braunschweig into 2nd, put them just 1 point behind Liga's MSV Duisburg. Well, plenty of injuries for Mannheim, who suffered their first away defeat in 2 years against Hallischer FC. Hallischer winning that game 3-0, a very physical performance from the home side on that day, and it was just too much to handle for Bernhard Trares and his side. As for Bayern Munich 2, well, they keep their undefeated run going with yet another home win, beating Zwickau by 2-0. Both goals coming from Jamal Musiala on the day. Bayern Munich 2 really pushing for points at the end of this season, now that football has returned, and looking to get themselves into those top 2 spots there for the taking. As are many of the positions in the table in the Dritte Liga. Really is a fantastic season, and what a finish we have in store. There might not be fans, but boy oh boy have there been some nail-biting encounters already. It's only going to get better as we come to those final few games. Chance here for Bayern Munich 2 to try and break the deadlock early here. Decent effort there. Stanisic going for glory from distance there, unable to find a target though. Königsmann in goal for Mannheim, looking to play it short, decides to go long in the end. The player in fine form, Wu Yongzhong on the ball now. Fantastic control there, very pacey as well. Has really been a thorn in the side of his opponent's defenders since football has returned from the forced break. Bayern Munich really have been a pleasure to watch in that time as well. Early pressure from Bayern here. A good early cross in, and a fantastic opportunity there for Tillman. His brother plays for Greuther Fürth in the 2nd division. Tillman still very young in his career, looking to walk in his brother's footsteps and follow him up the leagues in German football. So he is at the right place to do so with Bayern Munich 2. Müller just getting tangled up there, or Richards should I say, excuse me. will come away with the throw, though. Will to take it. Back to Richards, and now all the way back to Hoffmann in goal. Calm and collected. Short ball forward there, and a lovely extra touch on that pass there. Very nearly perfectly playing it into the path of Zhang, who was up and away there. Surely can't have been much in that offside decision. Certainly looked like he timed it well. South Korean. Very, very impressive start here from the visitors from Munich. Taking the game straight to Mannheim right from the get-go. Not wasting any time in applying the pressure. Looking to snag themselves a lead nice and early. Just under 5 minutes gone. Mannheim struggling to get out of their own half at the moment. Timo Kern, of course, now with Bayern Munich too, the 30-year-old. Definitely one of the most experienced heads in that starting lineup and in the squad in general. Former Waldhof Mannheim player himself. Born in Hockenheim, very close to here. It's very much his local club. Up against them here this evening, though. It's just the second encounter between these two teams in the third division. They have played each other before in the Regionalliga. The first encounter coming in the first half of the season ended in a 2-2 draw in Munich on the day. Wild challenge there coming in, just a little too aggressive for the referees liking their goal kick. Decent little flick on, lovely first touch. Here is Tillman on the move, brought down. Surely that will be a booking. Well, the only real possible outcome there. Konrad, the man with the captain's armband, into the referee's book in the opening 10 minutes. Not necessarily part of the plan for your central defenders in any game. So he's definitely going to have to watch out now. More than 80 minutes left in this game, and with the way Bayern Munich have started, he might have to put in a few more challenges yet. Free kick opportunity here. With Welzmüller and Stiller standing over it. Will in behind them. Possible long run up from him. Doesn't look like he's going to be taking though. So most likely it will be Welzmüller who seems to be lining this one up. It's a decent position. Could go either way. Königsmann could have some work to do. It's actually Stiller. Tries to lift it up and over, just catching the top of the wall there. Good thing they collectively jumped off the ground there. It was just enough to stop that shot, which looked like it was heading towards that top right corner. Königsmann was certainly starting to scurry across. Chance now perhaps for Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich 2. Here is Zhang. Zhang, two-step over. Zhang still going. It's come through to Tillman, who tried to bring it back across the other way, and then decent from outside, a chance from outside the box from Zeiser. Goes up and over. Looks like it took a deflection and will be a Munich corner here, but lovely work initially from Jean. Gets the shot off, deflection takes it straight into the path of Tillman, who didn't have a lot of time to react. Bit of a toe poke at it. Tries to cut it back across against the keeper's direction. Into the far corner. Good save in the end though. Corner taken short. Cross does eventually come in. Mannheim able to clear their lines though. On the counter now. Decent ball over the top. Guaida. Waiting for support. Does eventually come. Space out wide now. Decent ball. Here's Corte. Just. Good closing down by Tillman. Mannheim throw inside the Munich half here. Taken quickly towards the corner flag. Drags it across. And back into the penalty area. Feldhahn brought down there. And draws the foul, and with it the free kick to relieve some momentary pressure. First real bit of decent football we've seen from Mannheim there. Good little 2-3 minute spell with the ball. Guaida a little livelier than the rest. Could have done with some support a little earlier during that counter-attack. Ball over the top to him was a good one, but once he was able to bring it down, he had to look up and there was no teammate around him. Munich then able to get bodies back behind the ball in time and deal with the danger. Here come Mannheim again though. Just asking a little too much of Corte. Guaida closing down. Bayern looking to play their way out from the back, and Waldhof Mannheim, excuse me, able to recover, but not for long. Bayern Munich throw. Very crowded on that far touchline. Tillman looking for a way through. Feldhahn over the top. Brought down by Tillman. Feldhahn again. Now Richards. One-touch football here from Munich. Decent ball out towards Will, who was just making the move back inside. Had he stayed where he was, he would have been positioned perfectly for that ball. Which is why he did give his teammate Kellen the thumbs up there. Just misreading the situation. Space for Corte here. Early ball inside, looking for Guaida. Good tracking back though by Stiller. Saw the gap and was able to fill it. Now Bayern Munich's starting to rush things a little, not looking quite as comfortable on the ball or as settled as they were in the opening. Probably 5, 7, maybe even 8 minutes. Very much dominating possession and looking dangerous going forward. Mannheim have worked their way back into this game now. Much more of an even affair. Good tackle there from Corte. Now Guaida. Schuster back to Konrad. Konrad already with a yellow card, remember. Oh, risky ball there from Königsmann. Can Bayern Munich take advantage of it? A poor layoff there from Jean just slows things down. Müller. Stiller, Wetzmüller again. Tries to extend that ball, but it was a full stretch. Lovely ball over the top. Corte with a lovely pass there. Bouzian unable to get there. He wasn't quite sure whether it was just going to go over his right or left shoulder. In the end, it was neither, hitting him on the back of the head, which then helped the ball out of play. Misfortune there, bringing an end to what could have been another good counter. Ball over the top, something that Bayern Munich seemingly struggling with it at the moment. Lovely ball, will intercept it just in the nick of time though. Mannheim looking far more confident coming forward now. Here is Corte looking to get the shot off, and what a shot it is! That's a goal of the season contender from Corte. What a finish, left-footed thunderbolt into the top left corner. And you will not see a better goal than that this weekend. Believe you me, what an absolutely outstanding strike from the Mannheim midfielder. Bouzian lays it off Guaida, then into the path of Corte, who takes 2 touches, looks up and absolutely hammers it past Hoffmann in goal. Well, it was Bayern Munich who started better, but Mannheim able to turn the tide, and once momentum was on their side, well, they and Corte never looked back. And that is one way to lay down the marker and go into the lead. Absolute screamer from Mannheim's Corte there. And it's the home side who lead by a goal to nil with just over a quarter of an hour gone. Might need to replace the net after that. Absolute rocket there. What a way to get the party started here in Mannheim. Gianluca Corte with his 9th goal of the season. He continues to lead by example at the top of the goal-scoring charts for his side. Corte's contract with Mannheim coming to an end. Once this season is done and dusted. A number of clubs apparently interested in his services, so it'll be interesting to see how his future unfolds. He's done his reputation absolutely no harm with a goal like that, that's for sure. He added another 0 onto the price tag as well. So whoever's watching will certainly be impressed with that one. Oh, there we can see, as things stand at the moment, Mannheim would shoot up into 3rd spot. Would go 2 points clear of both Hansa Rostock, Bayern Munich 2, as well as the Würzburger Kickers. Kick here for Mannheim, and it'll be another yellow card, this time for Zeiser. Second of the season for him. And a decent dead ball situation here for Mannheim, who really have turn things around here. Looked like it might be a long evening for them. With 5 minutes gone, but Bayern Munich 2's blistering start has, well, really quickly been put to bed. Not a bad cross. Oh, it was a well-worked free kick there. Ball out wide towards Golka, who just couldn't head it back across the face of goal well enough. Easy catch in the end for Hoffmann. Better header, and he might have been in trouble. Here's Zeiser. Out wide to Will. Down the line for Timo Kern, but wasn't willing to make the run. Well aware that the ball was already out of his reach. A little bit more precision there needed from Will with that pass. Tillman closing down. Tillman gets a goal. And just like that, Bayern Munich are back on level terms. Well, this game really has had a bit of everything already. Königsmann taking far too long on the ball there. Tillman is very quick, showing exactly why you can't take those sort of risks. And that will go down as a, well, blooper, I'm afraid, for the Mannheim keeper. Just laid it a little too far ahead of himself there, didn't he? Slightly heavy touch, which then invited the pressure from Tillman. And Malik Tillman had to just stick a leg out. And the ball did the rest. His first professional goal, Malik Tillman. Probably not the most spectacular. You'll see. Well, he won't mind, because he's off to the races now. Fantastic ball out wide to Jean. Likes to run at defenders. Here he goes. Trying to whip one with a bit of bend as well. Give Königsmann something to think about. Deflection, taking it wide and out for a corner. Miller to take it. Stiller there with him. Stiller with the delivery, and it's a good one as well. Timo Kern arriving late. A wonderfully timed run in towards that near post. No one picking him up. Had time and space, just couldn't find the target though. Oh, what an opportunity for Bayern Munich to snatch the lead. Been 2 goals in as many minutes. Impossible to keep your eyes off this game at the moment. Could go either way at any time. Jong does well to keep the ball in play and fight off any sort of challenge. Here's Will. A cross towards the back post, and Tillman makes it 2. Well. Malik Tillman with his second professional goal. It's taken him about 3 minutes to score both of them. Fantastic delivery from Will. Look at the action on the ball there. Golka, full stretch. Has to just watch it fly up and over him. And there was Tillman lurking in his shadows, ready for the tap-in. Not an easy finish on the volley. Picks his spot beautifully. And he can hardly believe it himself. Bayern Munich now 2-1 up here against Mannheim. What a fantastic first half we're having here. Oh, Jean quite clearly brought down unfairly there. Now Bayern Munich with a good position for a free kick, taken quickly. Out wide to Jean. Another ball in, not quite enough lift on it though. Will keep it alive. Veltan all the way back to Hoffmann. Tillman's first goal. Bayern Munich 2's 300th goal in the third division. So not only making history on a personal level, but making history for the club as well. Young number 17. Sebastian Hoeneß there. Sure, he's had a roller coaster of emotions already in these first 25 minutes. He started well, then seeing his team just take their foot off the pedal, then concede an absolute screamer from Mannheim's Corte, and then react brilliantly with two very, very quick goals from Malik Tillman. Brought into the team and repaying his manager well. Chance now for a third. Tillman is on fire here. Lovely little bit of trickery to put it round the defender. Able to get the shot off as well. Königsmann off his line quickly, making the save, but Tillman is causing the Mannheim defense all sorts of problems here. I'm not quite sure how to handle him. Just oozing confidence at the moment, the youngster. Now on a hat-trick as well. Had he scored that, it would have been a hat-trick within 6 minutes. Which could very well be another, or could have very well been another record. Richards. Jean with the flick on. Chased down by Timo Kern. Quite as quick as he used to be. Decent layoff, kept alive, and advantage was played, but it will be brought back now for that challenge on Timo Kern. Conrad quick to apologise, catching his former teammate on that right ankle there. And Conrad's playing a dangerous game, already on a yellow. In close quarters. Football here from Bayern Munich. Down the line for Timo Kern. Might realise how quickly the defender was coming in behind him. And it does well to make the tackle and keep Mannheim pegged back in their own half here. Just good tackle, retrieved again by Guaida. Good Just once more. A challenge there on Guaida, and it will be a free kick. We're quite clearly catching him there. Feltan forward to Till, pushing the back there. No whistle from the referee though. He possesses in pace and finishing. He does lack a little in physicality. Still very young though, Tillman. And will of course be looking to add a bit of muscle and power to his game, as is always necessary for a front man, especially in the modern game. But still just 18 years old, the German. Plenty of time to develop in that department anyway. It's found a way through here to Marks. Marks still going. Marks pulls it back brilliantly. Very nearly a perfect pass. Richards tried to cut off the attack initially. And Gianluca Corte there, inches away from bagging his and Mannheim's second. Mannheim really have got their counter-attacking game running on all 5 cylinders here. Risky ball back to the keeper there. Jean showing how much energy he's still got in the tank. So the restart. Hoffmann forced to put the ball out of play there. On his weaker foot there as well. Bayern Munich keeper. Guaida as well. Good upper body strength there from the Mannheim striker. And that front man. Playing a bit of a number 10 role here at the moment, but he's always up there. Every counter-attack, sometimes the only option up front as well. So Mannheim enjoy having their front three sort of swap positions and interchange at will, depending on the situation.
Weiter, 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 weiter.
Both of these sides still in with a shout of, a very good shout it has to be said, of going up into the second division next season. Securing that promotion. Bayern Munich perhaps with a slightly better chance of it unfolding that way. But Mannheim certainly more than capable of doing it with the right results. Should they lose today, Nothing will change in the table as far as they're concerned. They'll stay in 7th. Kuhn and Köhn there, similar names. Warming up on the sidelines. Could perhaps see either of them in the second half. That will see too many changes in the first, unless they're forced ones. Bad clash of heads there. Well, one of the downsides, one of the many downsides of not having any fans is when you have a clash like that, you can hear it throughout the stadium. You really could hear both those heads thump into each other. Hopefully both players okay. They're both down at the moment. Timo Kern, one of them. Schuster, the other. Oof, and that is a painful one. Schuster, it looks like, coming off worse there. Timo Kern back on his feet in the meantime. Schuster still down and being seen to. Always better to be safe than sorry when it comes to head injuries. Looks like he's going to be alright though. Doesn't look like there's a cut or anything, so perhaps just the shock of the impact initially. But he is now back up and doesn't look like he's in too much trouble, which is good news for everyone involved. Timo Kern being told he's going to have to leave the pitch and come back on as well. Both players now back into the action. Richards. Ball forward to Tillman. Does manage to chest the ball down. Timo Kern there in support. Manages to hold on to possession. Tillman then gives it away. As too does Richards shortly thereafter. Chance now for Marks to break forward for Mannheim. But Richards does really well. Reads the situation. And to stop Marks in his tracks there. Richards running the ball out of play there. Good pressure from Buzia. Timo Kern spreads it out wide. Here's Jean. Jean cuts it back well. Chance now off the post. Well, did it take a deflection as well. It was Stiller with the left-footed effort, trying to use the outside of his boot to just curl it from out to in. Picked out beautifully by Jean. and then just catches the outside of that post as well. I'm not sure I saw a deflection there, but the corner has been given. Comes the delivery, it's a good one! And a fantastic header from Richards. Wonderful stuff. Richards, who's been one of the players with the most game time, one of the most reliable players in this young squad, comes up with the goods now in the goal scoring department as well. And what a goal from the young American. Beautifully timed header. Just guiding it into the far corner. Generating all the power with his run and that flick of the neck. And that is an absolutely fantastic goal. Lovely stuff from Richards, and Bayern Munich now 3-1 up and in complete control. What a turnaround it's been. Mannheim with lots of work to do now in the second half as this first 45 draws to a close. Bayern Munich with 8 wins, 1 draw and just the 1 loss in the year of 2020. Have been in outstanding form, and it looks like it's going to continue here. Did momentarily look like there might be a hiccup on the cards when Corte hammered the ball home with a sublime finish to give the home side the early lead, but the reaction from Bayern Munich has been nothing far from sensational. Young Tillman with a brace, and then the American Richards with a wonderful header off the corner, making it 3 and putting Bayern Munich now in a very, very strong position. Unintentional foul there, I believe, from Stiller. He just lost his footing. Took out Guaida in the process. Certainly looked like more of a slip than a challenge. Let's have another look at it here. Yeah, definitely going to ground unintentionally there and taking Guaida with him. Still a foul though. Chilik runs into trouble. It's Müller standing his ground and standing firm. Ball forward from Richards to Jean. He does well under pressure. Didn't look like he had anywhere to go, able to find the space. From Jean, just too short there. Passing nowhere near as crisp as it was for Mannheim now. There's 3 goals for Bayern, a real shock to the system for the home side. Timo Kern going to pick up a yellow card now for kicking the ball away unnecessarily. 8th yellow of the season, and one that his manager won't like seeing. Not a player they can afford to lose these last few games, and you can see the frustration there from Sebastian Hoeneß. Whether that's aimed towards the referee or his player Kern, I'm not sure. Leaning towards his player.
Nico.
Just back to Königsmann. Header on by Cielik, but can't follow it up. It's only 1-2 there. Jean. Ville now in space out wide, picked up by Richards. Back to Richards again. A little bit of a conversation now between both managers. Benatrares with some words directed towards Sebastian Hoeneß here. Shake of hands. Sebastian Hoeneß, I think, on the receiving end of most of those words. Benatrares cutting a slightly frustrated figure on the sideline there, and when you look at the scoreline, understandably so. Good cross! Very nearly finding Welsmüller there. We saw it rather late. Came through a handful of blue and black shirts ahead of him. Just can't react in time. Ville tries to get the cross in. Blocked by Just. Poor clearance though. Jean. Welsmüller. The left-footed effort just couldn't quite generate enough pace or power on it though to trouble Königsmann in goal. So strong on the ball, so difficult to get the ball off the South Korean at times. Tillman, still Tillman, looking to get the shot off. He does manage to test Königsmann there. Tillman looking for his hat-trick. No shot on goal for him. He really has been one to watch out for in this first half. Looking for a fourth here before the half-time whistle, but time will beat them to it. So it is Bayern Munich who go down the tunnel, the more comfortable of the two sides. Waldhof Mannheim able to break the deadlock after a bit of a slow start. Gianluca Corte then with a goal of the season contender, giving them a 1-0 lead 15 minutes in. But then, just 5 minutes later, it was Malik Tillman time, who scored not once, but twice within 3 minutes before Chris Richards then made it 3-4 Bayern Munich, who now look very, very confident going into the second half. That second half is just around the corner. So after a little break, make sure you join us for it, because if the first half is anything to go by, well, you won't want to miss the second. We'll be right back in just a few. So, a warm welcome back here in the Karl-Benz Stadium, the home of Waldhof Mannheim, of course. We currently trail by 2 goals. Bayern Munich 2, leading 3-1 after an emphatic display in the first half. It took them a little while to get going, although they did start the first 5 minutes well. It was Mannheim who then went into the lead, and deservedly so, turning the tide of the game, building momentum, and we're looking like a team that would be hard to beat when Corte hammered the ball home just a quarter of an hour in. But then the perfect reaction from Sebastian Hoeneß's team saw Malik Tillman score 2 goals within 3 minutes, and then on the 39th, just before the break, Chris Richards scoring Bayern's 3rd. So, Waldhof forced to make some changes. Just coming off, and Vijk coming on for him. Hofrath, another player coming on. Still waiting to see who he might be replacing. Most likely Celik, I would think. No changes so far for Bayern Munich's 11 from the first 45. And why should Sebastian Hoeneß make any changes? It's been an overall very, very good performance, and the scoreline reflects that. Jean with yet another energetic performance. No goals for him. It's very nearly set up a 1 or 2. He certainly played a role in the 3-1 lead that Bayern Munich currently hold. There is Malik Tillman, the 18-year-old, scoring his first professional goal, and just 3 minutes later, taking that tally to 2. Now on a hat-trick, what a story that would be. The new man on for Mannheim will slot into central midfield there. Confirmation there of Hofrath, now settling into that left back position. Celik off. So 2 changes made for the home side. Trares was not happy before the break, getting into a little bit of a heated discussion with his counterpart Sebastian Hoeneß, and quite clearly not too happy with his starting 11 either. Now, what kind of a second half will we get from Mannheim? Oh, perhaps it's the perfect start for Mannheim. Chance now for Guaida. Well, what a block in the end from Feldhahn, I believe it was, to deny Corte his second. Corte off the post in the second half, could have had his brace then, had another chance there, and then Guaida with the follow-up. His shot blocked by Feldhahn. And a decent save to deny Corte as well, by Hoffmann in between the sticks for Bayern Munich. Good start this from Mannheim though. Another clash of heads there. So play will be stopped momentarily as Richards and Golka, the 2 players involved. Golka back to his feet, but still in a bit of pain and still looking a little wobbly. Again, it's the foreheads colliding there. Smile on the face of Richards would suggest he's good to go as well. Stanisic on the move. Zhang there in support. Runs into trouble in the form of Guaida. It was having his shirt pulled there, according to the referee, so Bayern will have the free kick just inside their own half. Distribution out wide to Vil. Over the top to Tillman. Decent first touch, takes the ball away from the defender. Quickly closed down by a second as well, the youngster. Has done enough to secure the corner. That's good work from the front man. Decent delivery. Timo Kern rising above the rest, and again a clash of heads here. And it's Timo Kern who's been in this situation already today, and Golka clashed his noggin off an opponent just a few minutes ago. Now the referee feels the need for medical staff to come on here. Back of the head of Golka there, which is the more dangerous spot to be hit. Timo Kern looked like he was in a bit of trouble as well. Timo Kern now back on his feet as well. He will have to leave the field of play. And it looks like he's going to be able to continue. Nod of the head of Golka. That suggests he's happy to keep going. So both players off the field at the moment, Golka and Kern. 10 on 10. The Carl-Benz Stadium. Some ball out wide. Corte back inside. Flick looking to put it out wide. Bayern Munich coming back the other way. Brought back to Tillman. Another chance for his hat-trick denied by Königsmann in goal. Lovely cutback as well. Beautifully done by Timo Kern, having just come back onto the pitch very nearly. Setting up the fourth Bayern goal with a no-look pass right into the danger zone. Tillman just holding up his run and getting into a brilliant goal-scoring position. Couldn't find the finish though. Welzmüller with the corner. Getting towards the near post. Feldhahn on target, but cleared off the line. Back to Kern on the half volley. Can't find the contact he was hoping for though. Bayern Munich looking dangerous here. Feldhahn on the turn, slightly higher up the pitch than we're used to seeing him. That's probably why. To Waldmüller. Kern, back to Waldmüller again. Nope, we'll leave it for Feldhahn. Here's Stanisic. Got an early cross. Instead, it's the one-touch football that helps the ball forward. Tillman closing down and does well to force the ball out of play. Bayern with the throw. Taking shorts. Stanisic again. Back to Feldhahn. Hopeful ball through for Tillman. He wasn't too sure about taking it in the end. A little too late to react there. Waldhof Mannheim struggling to get the ball out of their own half here. That's better. Defending from the front from Guaida there. Müller doing his best to try and hold on to the ball there. Corte. Or was it Vike? Break on here for Bayern Munich. Jean. Still going. Jean with the step over. Drop of the shoulder. Did send the defender the wrong way, but then he just couldn't find the touch to keep the move going. He's trying to shift it down onto his left, create the space for the shot. Very nearly came off there. Stanisic cuts back inside. Now Tillman. Looking to go from goal scorer to provider from out wide. Can't find a teammate though. Looks his clearance only as far as Richards. He will now go back to Hoffmann. Vision from Richards there. Confident ball out wide. And he is turning into a fantastic young player. It's Richards. Brought down unfairly there. Corte now being given his third and final warning from the referee. The next foul will be a yellow. There's Richards playing his 27th game this season. Goal in the first half was his 4th of the season. And he joined from FC Dallas, linking up with Bayern Munich's under-19s in January of last year. Quickly working his way into the Bayern Munich 2 side and is making quite a name for himself here as well. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him in the higher leagues in the not so distant future. Feldhahn. Stanisic, just to get the ball forward in time. Slight misunderstanding between him and Tillman there, but Waldmüller does really well repair the situation there. Jean. Slight deflection, another Bayern throw. Maxwell on the receiving end of a challenge there, but whistle never came. Good work from Tillman. It looked like he'd lost the ball there, but he's able to retrieve it again. Bill with an ambitious effort from distance. It'll take something special to beat Königsmann there. Couldn't find the target. Corte, bit of space to work with here. Richards positioned well in the right place at the right time. Cuts that pass out. Jean on the move, gets the ball back after the layoff. Back inside, but in behind Stiller there. In behind Sizer it was actually. Stiller, of course, the midfielder sitting a little deeper than his number 18 teammate. Some ball over the top there. Offside flag was up. Stiller back in position to help out if required. Wasn't in the end though. Another break on here for Bayern. Trying to get men forward. Tillman just holding things up a little bit. Not a bad ball in towards Jean. His first touch did take the ball away from the keeper, but I'm pretty sure Königsmann got enough on the ball in the end. Not too many complaints from Jean. Wonderful vision from Tillman. He's flicking it around the defender, and Jean very nearly flicking it around the keeper. Good work from Königsmann though. He had to come out and do something about it. Smart play there from Vil. Best he could do in that situation, really. Send the ball upfield. Well, the fourth goal for Bayern here, and yeah, would think that would be game, set and match. 3-goal deficit at this stage, probably asking a little too much of Mannheim. If they can get one back in the next 10 to 15, we could be in for quite a finish here. The only team really looks like scoring at the moment, though, is the away side. Ball out wide there from Buzian. Cross, Buzian tries to get there and wants the corner. Not sure he's going to get it though. Time for Bayern Munich to make some changes now as well. It looks like it's going to be Musiala, the young Englishman, as well as Kuhn coming on. Musiala, Jamal Musiala, to be precise, goal scorer of both of Bayern's goals against Zwickau, and he came off the bench to score them. Can he do the same here today and put the game out of reach of Mannheim from the bench as well? Here he is, Jamal Musiala. Youngest goal scorer of a brace in the Dritte Liga's history. With that brace against Zwickau last time out. Also, Bayern Munich's second youngest scorer after David Alaba. Musiala with the Chelsea youth setup, joined Bayern Munich's under-17s from the London side. He's slowly working his way up the ladder with the German Giants. Feldhahn quite clearly pulled back by Guaida there. Kick taken quickly. Here's Tillman. To Feldhahn again, who will most likely hoof this one upfield. Closing down by Tillman. It hasn't only been impressive going forward, as tracking back and defensive efforts as well have been there for all to see. A very talented young man with a very bright future. But still yet bag himself a hat-trick. Here's Jean. Tizer out wide to right back. Stanisic back inside now to Jean. Ville does well to find Musiala. Looking to take Golka one-on-one straight away. Bags of confidence, this young man. So 17 years old, Jamal Musiala. Does have 6 goals in under 17 Bundesliga Südwest. 12 appearances there, 6 appearances with the under 19s, just 1 assist with them. But then 2 professional goals in the Dritte Liga, which certainly outshine his 6 with the under 17s, that's for sure. Guaida. Looking to try and send Buzian his way through the middle. Just not quite quick enough to get there though. 25 minutes still to go. You feel there's still a goal in this. Which end it's gonna go in at, well, hard to say. Based on that momentum alone, you'd have to go with Bayern, but Mannheim, you know they have a goal in them and have looked dangerous on the counter here and there. And close the gap to 1. Well, it could be a grandstand finish for the home side. Certainly will really put the pressure on Bayern. Munich happy to slow things down a little now. Protect that 2-goal cushion. Oh, lovely touch and turn by Musiala. He's got fresh legs, no slowing down for him, that's for sure. Strength on show and display there from Chris Richards. He's Feldhahn. Loses the ball momentarily, gets it back from Jeong. Feldhahn! Not a bad effort at all. Was always on the rise, but had it been just inside that post a little, it would have been top cheese. I'll tell you what, there was not a lot missing there. Just slightly wide. Königsmann at full stretch, scrambling to get across. He certainly felt like it was dangerous enough to be on the move. Whether or not he'd have gotten there had he been on target, I'm not so sure. Vicious effort from Feldhahn. Nice layoff from Musiala. Forward to Jeong now. Looking for a way through, finds it, but he's hacked down in the process. Taken quickly again, Mannheim concede another corner. Corner into Musiala. Whips one back into the danger zone. Mannheim able to deal with it yet again. Pressure building yet again against the home side. Musiala. He's so strong on the ball. Never seems flustered out on the pitch, does he? Very much a natural. Stanisic looks like he's got a bit of cramp here, which 70 minutes in could mean his game might be over pretty soon. I wouldn't be surprised if Sebastian Hoeneß decides to bring on some fresh legs at right back position. Comes up from Stanisic, whether or not he'll make it through the rest of the game. I'm sure he wants to. I'm sure Sebastian Hoeneß will allow that to happen though. Richards to Musiala. All over the top, no offside here. Chance for Mannheim. Big save by Hoffmann. Buzian absolutely furious with Wijk for not playing the ball across to him. Well, Buzian was in an offside position. Wijk certainly wasn't. Prior to him taking the shot, I mean, as the ball came over the top. Buzian coming back from an offside position meant that the defence didn't pick up on Wijk's run. And Wijk really should have been playing that back across to the Frenchman. He would have been left with an easy tap-in to put Mannheim well and truly back into this game. Missed opportunity, that, to say the least. Looks like Mannheim have Begun to find a little bit of a spring in their step now. Pushing to claw their way back here. Wijk has been influential in that, especially in these final 2 minutes. Can they build on it though? But we're always going to have their moments, Mannheim. It's whether or not they can take advantage of them. Here's the big question. Free header for Golke. Well, that is 2 golden opportunities for Mannheim, and they haven't been able to take them. As a result, they'll very likely have to pay the price for not being able to do so. Absolutely no one there to put pressure on him. A free header for Golke. He couldn't even find the target. So it won't be a hat-trick for Tillman today, but still a smile on the youngster's face. Job done as far as Sebastian Hoeneß and Malik Tillman are concerned. And now the 19 American men's national team player Booth coming on to make his professional debut, joined by Weidner as well. Sends the ball upfield. And towards the last quarter of an hour now. Schuster brought down, Mannheim free kick. Confirmation of Dennis Weidner coming on there. Ball back inside. Lovely turn. And they found a way in! Well, 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 sometimes pace and power gets the job done, or gets the job done, should I say. Sometimes just popping it into the right place is equally as effective. Lovely build-up play. Mark's doing a brilliant job there. And then somehow Flick gets a flick on the ball. The deflection then helps it past Hoffmann. And it's exactly what the doctor ordered for Florian Flick and Waldhof Mannheim, who now have a quarter of an hour left to find an equaliser. What a finish we could be in for. A perfect time as well, it would seem, to bring on Kevin Coffey. Munir Buzian, so a slightly more pacey approach up front. Well, what a way to cap off the 32nd round of football here in the Dritte Liga. Absolute goal fest, some fantastic finishes amongst them. A nail-biting finish as well to this game. There is Musiala back inside. Miller trying to feed it through the middle, not once but twice, unable to find a way through though. Corte gets his pocket picked. Miller tried to get back to Weidner there, who'd made a decent run. He's linking up well with it. Final ball just lacking there from Waldhof. Coffee. His first touch on the ball. Well, we can expect a good little chunk of stoppage time being added on as well. It looks like another substitution is about to take place. Will will be making a way for Derek Kern, I believe. Will with the fantastic delivery. And Malik Tillman to score his Bayern Munich's second of the game. Kuhn now on, we'll slot into that left wing back position, directly replacing Will. Not a bad ball over the top there. If he tries to hold on to it, able to do so. There's Weidner. From Musiala. Trana is now on his feet, no longer sitting down. Well aware that there's still something to try and get here. Ball forward to Coffee, a poor one. So is the challenge from Flick on the American booth. Musiala out wide to Weidner. Back inside. Feltan, closed down by Guaida. Hoffmann puts his boot through it. And Bayern give the ball away. As to Mannheim shortly thereafter. He's just slowing down a little bit here. This is something we've seen on one occasion with the substitutions that can take place during a game now. Sometimes it takes those new players a little bit of time to settle into the rhythm of the game. Dynamic of both teams changing drastically when you can bring on that many new players. And although it does bring with it an influx of energy, it can also take something away from the rhythm that's been built up by the players who were out there previously. There's Coffee. And after Flick, heavy touch from him. Not able to retrieve the ball in behind him though. That's on the ball of Musiala. Brought down by the youngster. Free kick to Mannheim now. I'm surprised if they took this one quickly. Perfect opportunity to try and send one into the danger area. Put the Bayern Munich defense to work here with a set piece. Not a bad ball! And again, it's Golke. Second free header. And just like with the first chance, unable to find the target. Leaning back, again, no one picking him up. I tell you what, Bayern Munich should be conceding there, and only due to fault of their own. They've defended well throughout this game, but twice now they failed to pick up Golke. And twice, Golke really should be scoring, at least working the keeper. Everyone talking about how Bayern Munich have upped their game defensively since the return of football. It was something that they definitely wanted to improve on, an area where they felt there was still plenty of room for improvement. And results so far, scorelines included, would suggest that they have been doing exactly what they need to do in that department. But today, it's all sort of at times, anyway, gone out the window a bit. And another day, Mannheim could be 4-3 up at this stage. They've certainly had the chances to score the goals here in the second half and turn things around, but maybe luck not on their side, it would seem. Especially not Golkers. When he looks back, he won't be happy with both those headed chances there. Coffee looks to take the throw quickly. Schuster there with him. Guaida. Well, Bayern Munich pretty much now just trying to hold on to the lead rather than see out the game on the front foot. Mannheim finishing the stronger. Is it all too little too late though? Can't find a way through. Side managed to hold on to possession there. Musiala with the challenge, but Mannheim with the throw. Both left looking for options. We'll go back to Konrads. From Jean, great tracking back, a well-timed challenge as well. Not a bad effort there. No one in support though. Kuhn with good individual play out on that far side, but you can tell Bayern Munich not quite as willing to get men forward as they were. Jean looks like he's got a problem with his right ankle here. Not happy about the challenge on him. Referee didn't see anything in it. Jean would disagree, it would seem. Clearly follows through and takes out that right leg there. Not spotted by the referee, and I have to say I didn't see it either. Still frustrating, I'm sure, for the South Korean. Undefeated in their last 6, so looking to take that number to 7 here this evening. A win which would put them into second place in the league. Just a point behind league leaders Duisburg. To secure one of those automatic promotion places. There's Max. Flick on the move. Oh, finds Coffee. Coffee offside though. Well, it certainly was a close one. Coffee perhaps just a little too eager to get ahead of the defender there. His timing is run slightly. Chris Richards was there with it. So there would have still been work to do for Kevin Coffey. Another challenge on Zhong, and this will be a yellow card now for Flick. Florian Flick now joins Konrad Zeiser and Timo Kern in the referee's book. First yellow card as a professional, Florian Flick. Zhang still down injured, and it looks like he's in a bit of pain here. Doesn't look good for a man from South Korea. It's Bernard Traore's time to replace Mohamed Guaida with Andis Shala. A professional debut. The Mannheim player as well. John hobbling off here. I'm not sure he's going to be able to continue. Bayern Munich have already made 5 substitutions, so should Zhong be unable to continue, they're going to have to finish the game with 10 men here. Musiala happy to leave that one, not sure why. As well to collect the ball. Yeah, final touch comes off the young Englishman. By Corte trying to power his way through, goes down looking for a free kick. Referee tells him to get back on his feet though. Into the 90th minute we go. Expect a good 3, maybe even 4 or 5 minutes added on here. I wouldn't be surprised. Through ball to Coffey, just can't get there. Just one step behind Chris Richards. And again, positioned himself very well. Ooh, that is a dangerous tackle. And Angelo Stiller will be seeing a yellow here. Quick to apologise to Mike, who was on the receiving end of that. Didn't look too pretty, did it? A bit of a wild one. So 5 minutes added on. 5 minutes for Waldhof Mannheim to snatch an equaliser here. Wolfgart floats one into the box. Put it away. And here is Booth. Will look to run the ball away from danger. In the end, that's a Bayern throw. Ball coming off Marks. Weidner to Musiala. To Weidner again. Into Jean. Seems to be moving all right now. Lovely ball out wide to Musiala again. He will take his time here. No rush to give the ball away anytime soon. Weidner then tries to get the cross in. It bounces off the defender and then back off Weidner again. So it will be a goal kick. Feldhahn. Wetzmüller hammers the ball into the Mannheim substitutes bench. Unintentionally, of course. Feldhahn so aggressive there in the aerial challenge. The new man behind Schaller. Just leading with the left arm there, which is why the free kick was given. What kind of free kicks you want to be giving away in stoppage time, though? Dead ball situations, Mannheim's best friend here. Poor delivery there. Needs to be far better than that. Time running out. Minute and a half, or 2.5 should I say, still to go. Corte, 1 goal already, goal of the game. Musiala goes down. Musiala was the free kick. Smart play from the youngster there. Exactly what Sebastian Hoeneß will have wanted. A chance to just eat up a little bit more time. Benatrares with a shake of the head. He knows the chances were there. Mannheim just couldn't take them. Golka, the central defender, with 2 absolutely free headers, unable to test the keeper. Out wide. There's Marks. Tries to get the early cross in. Good block though by Kuhn. So Vijk will to send a long throw in here. 60 seconds left on the clock. Easy catch for Hofmann, who's then pushed out over the line by Kevin Coffey, and that will be a free kick. Ball finds its way through to Jean. He's very good at holding on to the ball. An example of it again there. And he is again. And there it is. The final whistle goes. And with it, all 3 points will head back to Munich with Sebastian Hoeneß and Bayern Munich 2, who will win the game 3-2 at the end of 95. Very entertaining minutes to cap off Matchday 32 in Germany's 3rd division. It looked like it might be a day for celebration early on for Mannheim when Gianluca Corte hammered an absolute screamer into the top corner. But just 5 minutes later, it was time for the Malik Tillman show. 2 goals in 3 minutes for the youngster. We'll see Bayern Munich back into the lead, and then just before half-time, Chris Richards rubbed salt in the wounds of Waldhof Mannheim with Bayern's 3rd. Florian Flick did manage to grab a goal back for the home side, but it was too little too late. Golka with 2 golden opportunities to get Mannheim back into the lead, possibly even into the back into the game, possibly even into the lead. Apologies, but it simply wasn't meant to be. Well, once again, thank you for joining us for this Dritte Liga action that is on offer. We hope you've enjoyed it.